Hello, hello, how are you? So I'm super excited to be back here today. In case you didn't see, I missed a week because last week my lovely puppy Yara decided to chew my computer cord literally in half, like completely, like it looks like someone just took scissors and snipped it in half. She's been doing that a lot lately. But anyways, I got my new computer cord, which means I have my computer cord again. We'll see how long this one lasts, but for now, I'm good to go. So today I'm going to be talking about all about how you can add more energy in your life starting right now. And it's part of my three-part series. So today's number 3 of my Detox Your Life. So I went through Detox Your Body, I went through Detox Your Mind, and today I'm going through Detox Your Environment. Hi, Janine. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so we're going to talk about, first of all, why it's important for you to detox your environment, how you can detox your environment, and make sure you stay till the end because at the end, I'm going to give you a lot of lifestyle things you can do now. And then at the end, I'm going to give you 3 things that you can do to help you speed up the process if you choose to go that route. So let's get started. Why is it even important for you to detox your environment? So there's this little thing in our lives called stress, and everyone has it, especially if you live in the Western-based culture, which everyone watching this video probably does. And extended stress is a toxin in its own way. It basically, when you're in a stressed out state for like a long period of time, which basically we all are because we have busy schedules, we have a lot of stuff going on, like I personally have a puppy I have to take care of. A lot of people have kids they have to take care of. There's just like we live busy lives, so there's a lot of stress going around. It basically puts you into a survival-based state. So I talked about this in my previous videos, but it puts you in a fight or flight based state. So when you're in that state, it's really good that we have this. It's designed to protect us, right? If we're in danger, it's going to help us get away. It's going to help us survive. But it's designed so that it helps you get away from the threat and then you calm down and like go back to everyday life. However, we are like always in a fight or flight based state. We're always just trying to survive. So that kind of, there's a lot of things. Basically, when you're always in a stressed out state, it's going to lower all of your body functions. So when you're chronically stressed, over time, it's going to weaken your digestive system because when you're like, you can go, if you think about it, you can go, I don't know exactly how long it is, like a month or more without food, you can go. So when you're ideally, like if you think about how it's supposed to work, when you're in like a fight or flight based state, you don't really care about getting food. You care about surviving, and then you'll care about food. So when you're constantly stressed out, your digestive system is going to kind of be weakened and lower because you're worrying about everything else that's going on, and your nerves are going up. Like your body is concentrating on all the other areas, so your digestive system kind of goes down. And over time, it's going to keep happening and happening, and then over time, you're just going to have a weakened digestive system. So that's one issue. From that, it will also cause inflammation, especially when you have a weakened digestive system. Things aren't going to be digested as properly as they should, so then it can start to cause leaky gut. So things that are never supposed to be in your body in the first place are starting to leak through your gut walls and into your bloodstream. And then your immune system has to go and attack it. And over time, that will just keep happening. The more it goes through, the more stress that you have on your body, because you can have internal stress, which is going to be bacterial overgrowth, candida overgrowth, parasites, toxins that are built up. That's like an internal stress, like a physical stress. And then there's the environmental stress, which I'm talking about today. So that's going to add more stress, which is going to lead to more leaky gut. So more stuff is going to go in there. And over time, that's where you start to see autoimmune conditions starting to pop up. So that's going to happen. And then that's going to lead to inflammation, a rise in inflammation. And then overall, it's also going to cause hormone imbalance because when you're stressed out, it's going to cause a rise in cortisol. So real quick intro to how hormone. Hi, Melissa. Thanks for watching. Quick intro on hormones. So basically, you have like this supply of pre-hormone. It's hormones, but like use the same thing for all of your hormones. So this little chunk up here gets broken down into cortisol. It gets broken down into estrogen, broken down into progesterone, testosterone. DHEA comes from the same spot. It's just like kind of created in different ways. When you're stressed out, you need more cortisol. It's a stress hormone. So your body is going to pull from this, more of this, to make more cortisol, but then it's like you're not able to make as much as all the other ones. So over time, you're going to see a decrease in estrogen, decrease in progesterone, decrease in all of those hormones, and that's going to cause hormone imbalance. And this is where you start to see like estrogen dominance issues, which can lead to endometriosis, which is something that I dealt with, PCOS, any type of PMS PMS issues. So you start to see that more in women, but guys can see it as well. They get hormone imbalances as well. So Janine says it's amazing how stress can affect the body. It really is. It's crazy. It's like if you look at it, it's just like this whole circle. Like environmental stress stresses you out, and then it causes your bodily functions to be less. They don't function at their best. And then you start to get more toxins accumulated, more leaky gut, which causes internal stress, which then causes all the issues, and it just goes in a circle. So it's crazy, which is why it's super important and why we need to talk about it. So chronic stress and all the things that I talked about first, the symptoms that you're going to see first show up is you're going to start gaining weight or losing weight. You're going to see lower energy because your body's like in fight or flight. Your nervous system is just like going and going and going. You're using a lot of energy, so you're going to have lower energy. And you're going to see an accumulation of toxins in your body. And I talked about that before, but when you have toxins accumulated in your body, then that's when you start to see you're going to gain a little bit more weight because you need somewhere to put all those toxins. You're going to get brain fog. You're going to have more low energy issues, skin issues, things like that. So it's just a lot, and it's all coincided. So today we're talking about how we can manage our stress better so that we can immediately see more energy in our life. So I have 4 things that you can do, and you really want to be intentional about doing these like every day because it's an ongoing process. So we want to make sure that we're getting back. We're probably a little lower than we should be. We want to catch up, and we want to remain there. So it's intentional. Once we're there, we can't just stop or we'll fall back down. So number 1, clear out your calendar. Like make some white space. Like I don't know about you, but every time that I start feeling like anxious or overwhelmed, I go directly to my calendar, and anything that I can reschedule or anything that's there that's like not necessary, I delete it or move it to later or something like that, and I make more white space because that just like instantly adds stress to my life. So just clear it out, and then you can even schedule in times for yourself to just be like blank space. Like you need time to relax and get yourself into the parasympathetic nervous system. So when we're stressed out, we're almost always in the sympathetic nervous system, which means your nervous system is like firing and like you're in fight or flight, but we need to switch it to parasympathetic nervous system. That's when you're relaxed and your body can go into kind of like doing all of the things that it does to help you thrive, not just survive. So can help you go in and clean up any of the toxins that are in there. Only when you're in parasympathetic nervous system, then you can start cleaning up. You can clean up some cancer cells that are growing, like all of those things that we need to do. So that's why it's super important. So schedule in like white space in your calendar so that you can relax. And don't just leave it up to chance, like actually schedule it in. Like for me, I have my morning routine, and that is a little more stressful lately because of the dog, but it's still like a time where I don't use my phone, and it's just time for me to do what I need to do. So find some time where you can do that and do it. Number 2, add in daily self-care activities. So this is like cup filling activities. So I'm sure you've heard like you can't pour from an empty cup, so you want to fill yourself up first and then pour from the leftovers. So you want to make sure you're doing things that you need so that you can better serve others. So again, parasympathetic nervous system activities. What does that look like? Meditation, yoga, going for a walk, taking a bath, reading, stretching, anything that's going to calm your nervous system and help you get into that more of a relaxed state. And as a bonus, certain things that you can do that are relaxing and also are detoxing at the same time is dry brushing. So in the morning, I dry brush. So dry brushing is relaxing, but it's also like physically moving the toxins through your blood so that you can process them out better. Taking an Epsom salt bath. It's relaxing, but it's also like pushing things out through your skin, through your sweat. Using a sauna, it's relaxing, so it's putting you in parasympathetic nervous system, but it's also, again, pushing things out through your sweat. So you can add in more daily self-care activities every day. Number 3, limit interactions with negative people. Like, energy is contagious. Doesn't mean you have to cut them out of your life, but like, think of it more of like, try to surround yourself with positive, uplifting people, because then you're not going to be as stressed out. Like, we all know this saying, you are the average of the 5 people that you spend the most time with. So really take that to heart and try to find like health conscious people to surround yourself with and positive people. And then that will kind of just like lower your stress as well. Let's see. Number 4, declutter your house. Like, physical clutter can make you, it's just as much of a stressor as like mind clutter. So we want to like, I don't know about you, like if my house is messy, like I come out and instant stress. Like, I just think about how much I have to do and how much I don't want to clean and all this stuff. And especially when I have like a lot of stuff, like when we were in our 2-bedroom apartment, we had just as much stuff as we do now. Like, we live in a 5-bedroom house now, and we didn't get that much more stuff, and it's still full. And we brought all the stuff from our 2-bedroom apartment. So like, we had a lot of stuff in that apartment. It was like stressful because no matter how clean it was still cluttered. So just like kind of clean up, declutter, organize, and if your physical space looks nice, then you're going to feel less stressed out as well. So those are the 4 things that you can do to kind of detox your environment, and each one of those things is going to help you gain more energy every single day. So over time, as you start to lower your stress, your energy is going to come up. You're going to start rebalancing your hormone levels. You're going to start healing that digestive system. It's going to start strengthening. You're going to heal your leaky gut. All of the things that we talked about in the beginning, it's going to start to correct itself on its own, because our bodies are really smart. Like, they know what they need to do. We just need to support them, because like, they're wired to be amazing. Like, basically do everything that we need to do without thinking about it, but they need the materials and for us to support them. So once you start to change these lifestyle things, you're going to see dramatic improvements in your energy over time. However, it does take time for these things to rebalance. Like, especially if you've been chronically stressed out for a long time, when you start adding these things in, it can take up to like 12 weeks to fully rebalance everything. Because first you have to, if your cortisol, you need less cortisol, you have to like start making those more hormones, but it's going to go up lower and lower and lower, a little bit, and they'll eventually get there. And it takes time to heal your digestive system. It takes time to reduce inflammation. So it will work, but it's not going to happen overnight. You will start to see an increase in energy and all of those things, but these bigger issues will start to come within 6 to 12 weeks. However, there are things that you can do to speed up the process if you would like. So there's 3 different things. The first thing that I recommend is doing a 21-day detox. So the 21-day detox is going to help you kind of clean up house. All of those negative side effects that were caused from the stress, the 21-day detox is going to kind of help you eliminate them, get rid of all the toxins, it's going to help you decrease your inflammation. It's going to help you rebalance your blood sugar. And it's just going to give you a really good starting point when you finish that to build these building blocks. So it'll kind of like fast forward you like quite some time. So once you finish your 21 detox and then you are working on these lifestyle changes at the same time, then you're going to get there in like a month, not like 3 months, depending on how chronically stressed you are, of course. But 21-day detox sounds like a lot, and some people aren't willing to do a 21 detox. So if you can't do that, or you don't want to do that, give me 7 days. You can do a 7-day detox, and that's still going to give you a ton of benefit. So that's one option. Option number 2, there are supplements that you can take to help your body get into the parasympathetic nervous system. So it kind of forces you into that relaxed state. And that's going to, like, if you're just starting out with adding these lifestyle changes into your routine, then this can help you kind of get into that parasympathetic state first, and then you work on those changes while you're taking the supplements, with the idea that within 12 weeks, you're going to have the lifestyle changes good to go to support you so you can wean off those supplements. So the 3 supplements that I recommend are Adrenal Soothe, Adrenal Energy Support, and CBD oil. So Adrenal Soothe should be used if you have a lot of anxious energy, or you're like mostly like anxious and just like overwhelmed and that kind of thing. You use Adrenal Soothe just to calm you back into the relaxed state. Adrenal Energy Support should be used if you just have no energy, like you're feeling blah, like it's very hard for you to get up out of bed, find the motivation. Use Adrenal Energy Support. And again, you would use these for up to 12 weeks while you're working on the other things that I talked about in the before. And then by the end of the 12 weeks, you can start to wean off of those, but you'll have a really good setup for getting into the parasympathetic nervous system on your own. And then number 3, you can work with me one-on-one, and then we can really dive deep into what your imbalances are. What are your toxicities, and like how can we get rid of them? What are your deficiencies? Like what do you need to do specifically to rebalance your body? So we can do lab testing, or we can just make other lifestyle changes and just really dive deep so that we can attack this thing head on and see exactly what you're dealing with and what struggles you're having. And then you'll be able to, within 12 weeks, you can have all of these things fixed. So basically, I want you to add more white space into your calendar, do more self-care activities, and just declutter your environment all around. And that's going to help you lower your stress and ultimately lower your inflammation, improve your digestive system, rebalance your hormones, and I don't know why I said and, because that's all that I have. So, and then if you wanted to kind of speed up that process, I suggest like a detox for almost everyone. It's just such a great way to like rebalance everything and get you back at like a good baseline. So do a detox. You can look into using the Adrenal Energy Support or the Adrenal Soothe, or like I said, you can work with me one-on-one. I can make a personalized wellness plan for you where we go in depth on what diet changes should you make, what exercise should you implement, what other de-stress activities can you implement into your life, what nutritional supplements would be beneficial for you, the whole package. So that's all I have for you today. I hope this is helpful. If you have any questions about anything, if you're watching this on the replay, drop them in the comments, and I will come back and answer all your questions. So I hope you have a great day.